Are you getting terrible gas mileage and stalling out at stoplights in your flex fuel truck or sport utility vehicle? If your check engine light is glowing with the code P0177, it means your fuel composition sensor is having a range and performance problem that is messing with your engine timing. This sensor is also known as a flex fuel sensor, and its job is to measure exactly what percentage of ethanol is in the gas you just pumped into the tank. Your car's brain, or the PCM, needs this information to calculate the perfect air and fuel mixture and the right ignition timing for the best possible performance and fuel economy. This sensor sends out a signal in hertz, and the higher the frequency, the more ethanol or methanol is detected in the fuel. Usually the computer expects to see a signal between 40 Hz and 125 Hz, but if it gets a signal outside that range, it will limit your timing advance and might even lower your rev limiter to protect the engine and the catalytic converters. You might notice a total lack of power and very poor fuel economy when this happens because the computer is playing it safe. Interestingly, the most common cause is not actually a bad sensor but electronic interference from aftermarket parts like big stereo amplifiers or even bad spark plug wires that are leaking electricity near the sensor wiring harness. To fix this, you should start by checking for any big power wires you have added recently, especially zero-gauge wires for subwoofers that might be running too close to the sensor wires and creating a magnetic field. You should also inspect your ignition coils and spark plug wires for any cracks or leaks that could be causing electromagnetic interference. If your electronics are all factory, then you can use a meter to check the frequency signal coming from the sensor directly. If the sensor is reading something crazy like 145 Hz, but you are just running regular pump gas from the station, then the sensor is likely defective and needs to be replaced. Since these sensors can be tricky to test without a frequency meter or a high-end scan tool, you should see a mechanic if you have checked for interference and the problem is still there. Fixing this sensor will make sure your engine is always tuned perfectly for whatever fuel you choose to use and keep your power levels right where they should be for the highway.